So as things come up, I like to talk about them. Something just came up. A friend of mine just called me and said that a girl that worked for him asked for a $3,000 loan. And I said, what does she need the money for? And he said she needs to bail her nephew out of jail for a DUI, his second DUI. I said, no, this is why. It's her nephew. It's not her problem. If this is his second DUI, maybe he needs to face some consequences and get a grip. Maybe he's got a problem. You don't just get pulled over for a DUI. I don't know how old he is. I don't really care. If he's young, well, then he better learn now. And if he's older, then he better learn now. I mean, for God's sakes. She's got her own kids to take care of. I have my own kid to take care of. Everybody's got their own kid to take care of. This is her nephew. He can call his parents. If his parents aren't helping, there's probably a reason. If he doesn't have parents and he doesn't have brothers and sisters or somebody else that can help, well, then he better pull his head out of his ass and fucking sober up, put on his big boy pants, and get a grip. Because the rest of us are not going to be forking over fucking money to get somebody out of bail, which he's never going to show up for court. So she's going to be out of that money anyway. She's worried about looking after him. She can barely pay her own bills. I mean, for God's sakes, come on. Everybody, if we quit looking after this kind of bullshit, then maybe people would get sober faster. The only thing that's going to get someone sober and clean is consequences, their own consequences. And if you keep making their consequences easy on them, trying to take away the tough part of this disease, you are really harming them and yourself. And then you're just setting yourself up for resentment. Because the kid is going to get out of jail. It's Memorial Day. He's going to party all day. Probably get another DUI tonight, get picked up tonight. And you're going to be all upset. Or he's not going to show up to court. You're going to lose your $3,000. Paying that off instead of paying your bills. And there's going to be resentment. And who set that up? You did. So, no. Somebody goes to jail for a DUI, figure it out. Face the consequences. Maybe this means you have a problem. Maybe you should probably look after this and quit putting pressure on your family. I don't know. Just saying.